lot of the woodwork in that building is made from the original timber frame of the Mayflower itself. And if you look to the weather vane on the roof of the building, there's a copper replica of what the Mayflower used to look like. Now the Mayflower was actually deconstructed on the shore here to your right. You'll see these blue frame buildings where it says Charles Hay and Sons Limited. Many years ago, that was a shipyard, but the Mayflower was broken up along the shore there. But look to the park to the left of that building, with the tree in the middle, that's Pilgrim's Park. That's where the Mayflower set sail from to go around to Plymouth to pick up the Pilgrim Fathers. And in between the park and the old shipyard, you'll see that thick brick wall that divides them. Look ever so slightly to the left of the wall. By the bushes, there's a very old-fashioned lamppost. And next to it is a cast-iron silhouetted figure of a Pilgrim Father and his son. In his son's hand is a book, once again to go across the Atlantic, so everyone on board could start their new lives in the Americas. History, because the people who built that vessel started one of the first ever colonies in the States. The colonisation is in American history, a lot of it's English history as well. Prior to the Mayflower, you had ships like the Godspeed that made the journey across the Atlantic, and arguably the first ever known colony formed in the States was of course Sir Walter Raleigh's, and that disappeared off the face of the earth. If you're interested in your history, go and visit the Mayflower pub. There's a lot of good things in there, and there's a really nice restaurant in there as well. Talking about it, it was part of the Whitby coaling fleet and was sadly lost at sea. But prior to that, it was known as the Devil's Punch Pub. That's the oldest pub anywhere along the banks of the Thames. The pub in its time was most notoriously known as being one of the infamous press ganging sites, which is basically where the young men of old, if they went in there and got a bit worse for wear, they were dragged to the alleyway at the back of the building, pushed over the back of the head, and then press ganged into the Royal Navy. And no one actually wanted to join the Navy back then if you were dying of scurvy or something much, much worse. It was also in that pub where they captured Captain William Kidd, the pirate, before he was subdued to the torture method I spoke of earlier, the brace of whopping. He was in the way was his beard as he refused to shave it off the street. Look across the tops of the trees. Many years ago, a lady by the name of Jane Randall was baptised in that tree. And I've always known it to be tradition for us Thames watermen to learn the commentaries on. So your journey's that little bit more interesting, sometimes entertaining. You never know, you might have even enjoyed yourself. And if any of you on board have found my few words of wisdom, if you'd like to call them that, of any great interest, and you'd like to show a form of appreciation, then you're very welcome to do so quickly in the old English traditional manner with my very own. No obligation whatsoever to put anything into that bucket. It's literally for what you feel my few words deserve. It's completely voluntary on your behalf. The same as doing a commentary, it's always voluntary on mine. And if you're wondering why we do this, it's simply because there isn't a chance for the commentary included for the price of your ticket. We don't feel it's fair to do that, as quite obviously half of you haven't got a clue what I'm saying. So we leave it entirely up to you. Well, as I said, please don't hesitate to ask me as I pass around amongst me. Just come up and tap at the real box door, and between me and my colleague we'll do our best to answer any questions you have. Again, thanks for listening. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of your cruise. Thank you. folks, as you can see, we're now approaching our next scheduled stop, which is the Royal Borough of Greenwich. Now, just to make you aware, folks, we are the next boat to return back upriver to Tower Bridge in Westminster. But we are the last returning boat to Tower Bridge. If you do wish to return to Tower Bridge, stay on board. We are the last returning boat to Tower Bridge. However, there is one final boat returning to Westminster this afternoon, and that goes to Westminster only. That is your last boat returning to Westminster. If you have single tickets, this is the end of your journey with us. You have to leave the boat at this point. If you are leaving, take a look around, make sure you have all your personal belongings, don't leave anything of value behind to spoil your day. Do take care when stepping from the vessel to the pier. On behalf of the crew at the St. Pete, hope you've had a pleasant journey, and we hope you have safe and pleasant remainder to your stay here in London. This is Greenwich.
เสร็จแล้วล่องเรือเสร็จแล้วค่ะWhat is the boat?
It's an old boat called the Catty Sark. It was an old ship that used to ply the seas, carrying goods, tea for instance, from India and so on.